All right. Well, we'll get started here, everyone, with a few of the stragglers just kind of coming in here. All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining our September Brunch and Learn 10 Things a Business Manager Needs to Know About NDSBA. And of course, if you're not a business manager, this information is just as pertinent for you. Today, we have NDSBA's very own Patty Verdow presenting. Patty's official title at NDSBA is Policy Services Assistant, but she is much more than that and serves a wide array of services, as you will see in today's presentation. Her background is quite extensive, and honestly, I'm not sure if any bio could do it justice, so I will keep it extremely short. She worked at John Deere for a number of years, Edgeley School District as their business manager, so believe me, she knows what she's talking about. And then when retirement didn't suit her, NDSBA was lucky enough to snatch her. Next time you get the chance to speak with Patty, ask her to tell you about all the gaps I missed or the experience she has as a business manager. During the presentation, you may pose any questions you have in the Q&A feature, and I will do my best to moderate them in as we get the chance, or I will get them answered at the end. Without further ado, Patty Verdow.
Thank you, Taylor. Welcome to the presentation this morning. We're going to do a little visiting about NDSBA. First of all, I wanted to let you know my last name is very unique. If you know anybody with the name Verdow, I know him. I'm related to him. And the easiest way to remember my last name is that it rhymes with her cow. Woohoo! NDSBA was created 55 years ago to support North Dakota school boards in their governance role through education, services, information, and legislative advocacy. Today's talk deals with NDSBA's varied services for public schools and how we assist business managers in their role. Here are the little-known facts business managers should know about NDSBA. And we're going to start with the one that's the most important to business managers, is we are in partnership with the North Dakota Association of School Business Managers, and we administrate the program with them for the North Dakota School Business Managers Certification Program. This program provides 52 hours of voluntary professional development for business managers and those aspiring to become business managers. And they're offered in conjunction with our NDSBA events, such as our convention and negotiation seminar. Most will complete the coursework in 2 years, but students are allowed 5 years to complete the course. The introductory courses include accounting and payroll. You can opt out of these by testing rather than actually going to the class or viewing the class through the webinars. You pass the test, you don't have to take the course. There's courses on district operation, business manager roles and responsibilities, open records and meetings, school finance, and then there's state and federal reporting. The intermediate coursework includes school law for business managers, record retention and management, elections, information, bidding, purchasing, and inventory, human resources, hiring, evaluation, and terminations are the focus of that one. Budget forecasting and school accreditation, audit preparation and internal controls. And finally, in the last year of your assignments, you'd hit human resources too, which focuses on employee benefits and insurance, business manager role and negotiations, asset management, investing and bonding, ancillary service management, and reporting to the board. In addition to these courses, you would have 9 hours of affiliate coursework that are required for graduation. And that's training generally that you can find at NDSBA or the North Dakota Association of School Business Managers sponsored events. And you just attend, you're given a slip of paper with affiliate credits, how many credits are there. It gets signed by one of the people at that training and returned to NDSBA for credit. You can contact me for information on any of these things for the business managers. We've had a large response to the certification program, and again, most people finish within 2 years. However, we have gone the full 5 years with several people also as they needed. The second thing you should know about NDSBA is we sponsor, along with a law passed by the legislature, the North Dakota Unemployment Compensation Group Account. Group Account is a service that we provide to handle 126 district member unemployment claims. And this allows your districts to pool all their deposits in order to pay claims. All member unemployment reports and claims are handled through Group Account. And that's great for you as far as how it's handled. All your information comes through us. There's a minimal charge to participate. We do the claims monitoring for you. Payment of the claims from the group account pool, so this big pool of money, that's where payment of any of your unemployment claims would come from. Reimbursement is spread over a number of financial quarters to allow you to better budget your district monies, which is great. So how does that group account work? It requires a reserve of 1% of your previous calendar year, not fiscal year, calendar year's annual payroll up to 1.5 million, and 0.2% of that amount over 1.5 million. This would be due as a lump sum during the quarter that the district joins the group account. That way you can begin monitoring your claims immediately. We will monitor them for you. NDSBA will calculate the new quarterly payment for your district each year in March. So you'll have plenty of time before the end of the fiscal year to know what's up ahead. All claims, and I can't stress this enough, all claims are sent directly to NDSBA by North Dakota Job Service. The association will send information and forms to you as a business manager to be completed, and then you return them to our office. This way we can monitor all your claims and assist in providing accurate claims response information. And you'll find you're going to receive audits, verification of employment. You might receive questions, in some cases two sets of questions, but everything comes back to our office. So please keep in mind, if you are a member of group account, the address of record should always be NDSBA. Never, never, never change your address to your district's address. Otherwise, we don't know what you're getting. We can't monitor the claims. You become responsible for them. We aren't. So please never change your address from NDSBA's. Group account pays claims from your required reserve. No payments, I can't stress this enough either, no payments are made to job service by you at the district. If you're doing that, you need to call us. And the reason for that is when you are handling things and you respond to claim information requests, if you don't respond immediately and by the due date, there will be no appeal if you fail to do this. And that means you can't say, oh, I didn't have enough time, I couldn't get it to you. They're going to assume that whoever this person is that's filed for unemployment, whether it's valid or not, is valid. And they're going to say, okay, they get unemployment, whether it's right or not. So when you get these claims, be honest. Fully describe the termination situation. Don't say he was terminated for insubordination. You have to say he was terminated for being drunk or impaired and was found passed out in the boiler room with a fifth of rum in his lap and a smoldering marijuana joint in his hand. These are confidential responses. What you tell job service is not going to be shared with everybody. You are going to tell them why they were terminated. They might ask for more information. Please respond by the due date so that you don't end up in a situation paying for a claim that wasn't valid or frankly illegal. And your contact for this is Julie Steidler. And she's a gem. She's been at this many, many years, and she will provide you with the best help she can. Next, for number 3, we're talking about policy services. And at this point, we have 180 districts so far this year, this fiscal year. We have a few to go, not many, that have paid their policy services subscription fee. And that allows any of those districts access to policy ponderings at that email address. And you receive timely policy updates. You also get 10 sample policies upon request. So those first 10 policies, if you're talking about harassment and discrimination policy, AAC, it might have 2 board regulations and 5 exhibits. That's considered one policy. Once you get past all these 10 policies with all their accompanying exhibits and board regs and administrative regs, then we start charging by the policy template. So after 10 of these free with everything included, then you start asking for AEC with all those accompanying templates. That might be a $70 charge to get them, just so you're aware. You also get policy assistance from NDSBA staff, and membership is required to participate in all other fee-based policy services programs, which we're going to cover next. We offer a required template manual. There's a charge of $800 for that, and that includes all the policy templates for policies that are required by law or regulation for the state and the federal people to be in compliance. So if you have a required policy manual and you adopt the policies that are pertinent to your district, those will let you be in compliance. So if you get audited, yahoo, you've made the grade. It also contains all the policies needed for Cognia accreditation. Cognia is the old advanced ed, and there's 21 of those templates, and that's included also. And then at the end of that next fiscal year, you're going to pay $150 access fee so you can get all the policy updates and so forth for the required manual and have access to our online resources for that. Next, we offer a total template manual, and that cost is $4,500. But if you're a required template manual now, we'll subtract that. So your net is $3,700 for the required template members. We give you that credit. So for $3,700, that would include all of NDSBA's policy templates, as well as the online access to them. And members pay an annual access fee, again, to access all the updates and so forth, of $500. So what other programs does Policy Services offer? We offer a policy review service, and I do those. Prices is based on the volume of the policy documents to review. So I'm going to ask you for how many policies, how many board regulations, how many administrative regulations, and how many exhibits you have in total. You would let me know that number. I would send you an invoice and a contract, which the board would have to okay. And then you would send me a flash drive of your current policies. I don't care if they're in Word or PDF format, but I would take your policies and compare them to NDSBA's most recent updated template. And that is going to give you the difference between what you have and what you should have by I'll note on the actual file what language needs to be deleted, what language needs to be added. Any notes to you will be in bold, green, italicized notes. And I would also let you know that I would not review anything that is unique to your district. In other words, if it's not an NDSBA policy template, I'm not going to look at it because I'm not an attorney and I don't have the expertise to look at that. That's something that I would ask you and your board to review. And this type of service is available to either, to both, I should say, the required and the total template members. So that's a great way to keep your policies in compliance. We also offer web hosting of your policy manual. If you're a total template member, that's a one-time fee of $1,000. And that's available to districts that have completed a recent review where I've done all the corrections for you and you're in process of getting things up to date. Because after the review, you know how many of your policies are good to go and okay. And I will take them and format them so that they're in the ADA compliant state, so they're web accessible. And in doing so, anything that's okay, policies and board regulations only, would go on the web. If you have administrative regs and exhibits, those are not going to go on the web. Those are more for your administrators, quick access in case they need it. Laws, forms, that type of thing. So then we take your district policies, we post them online in a searchable format, and we maintain the website to ensure it contains your district's most current policies. And you can contact either Julie, again, dear Julie, or myself if you have any questions on that. We also offer legal services. This is through our NDSBA legal staff, and Amy represents North Dakota School Boards Association. There's no fee is charged to member districts for this service. Districts can obtain information regarding general requirements of laws and regulations. So if you have personnel matters, open meeting and records, questions, things on student discipline, conflicts of interest, negotiation, bid requirements, parliamentary procedures, Amy can give you a general idea of what's going on. But we also offer Legal Direct, and this allows Amy to be retained and assist members, district members, on a fee-for-service basis. So you can have her answer specific questions on the file. We've got a few slides that'll give you some guidance on this, but she'll charge you a fee, an hourly fee for that, and she will be your attorney when it comes to that. So here you go. First thing she's going to be able to help you with is legal counsel and advice. It provides direct legal advice and counseling on a day-to-day legal issues and situations that arise in school operations. Members receive direct assistance under hourly fee arrangements. She can help you with contract review. She can be retained to draft, review, and or modify contracts member districts enter into with vendors or with third-party providers. To say you work with your bus through a leasing situation with your busing for your students, she could help you with that type of contract. Negotiated agreement review. She can be retained to review district negotiated agreements and will provide a written analysis of the negotiated agreement upon request. Customized policy drafting. They may assist districts with customizing board policies and regulations by tailoring them to the district needs. And then customized training. she is able to provide training, professional development to school boards and their staff through specifically designed seminars and in-service training. What she cannot help you with is litigation matters, discharge for cause hearings, matters that may be covered by insurance, such as the North Dakota Insurance Reserve Fund, or assigned to insurance counsel. Matters where another member school district is adverse to the district requesting advice, and matters where the district is already represented by legal counsel, someone other than Amy, on a specific matter. But here's the contact information for Amy. And she is a busy woman, but I trust her, and she is wonderful, very helpful. Number 5 is superintendent searches. We have 3 options for guidance to school boards as they engage in the process of selecting new superintendent. The district decides to conduct the superintendent search without outside help, and that's easily done, and that's the first option. But what we do supplies is the guidelines to help you get through the process, make sure you don't miss a step. Option number 2 is fee-based, and NDSBA assists the district in part by establishing timelines. We provide the application forms, advertising for candidates, providing questions. We let you know what can and can't be asked. We are conducting reference checks, helping the board develop a compensation package, and providing a sample superintendent contract. And then option number 3 is everything I just mentioned on the last slide, plus we assist the board in identifying skills, quality, and characteristics that the individual must possess to be a successful superintendent in the district. We visit with administrators, classified staff, teachers, students, and community leaders about the school district, the community, what they are looking for in a new superintendent. And then we create a brochure highlighting the school district and the community to give to these candidates. Alexis Baxley, our executive director, is your contact for this. And again, options 2 and 3 are fee-based. Number 6 about things you should know is NDSBA provides our school board members legislative advocacy and governmental relations services. The NDSB Delegate Assembly at the annual convention acts on resolutions which formulate the legislative agenda for NDSBA. Delegates can only be board members and must be designated at registration. We get so many registrations in with superintendents or business managers at delegates or alternates. That's not going to work. It has to be board members. So choose your delegates, and your alternate delegates form board members that are going to be attending the convention, please. We are very active during the legislative session and the interim. We send members a weekly legislative email during the session with hearing schedules and bill tracking information. NDSBA staff and members also represent school board's interests on numerous state committees, councils, and commissions. And again, you can contact either Alexis Baxley, our executive director, or Amy DeCook, our legal counsel. They're both veterans at this. And number 7, we provide board training for school boards and business managers. We have professional development opportunities through our annual convention, which is held the end of next month. That includes our school law seminar, very popular, as well as our new members seminar, where new board members are required to attend by law. our negotiations seminar, which is held at the end of February. And then we also have a board member boot camp that is co-sponsored by North Dakota DPI. That's usually held in the summer, June or so. And then today we also have Brunch and Learn webinars, just as like you're attending today. If you have questions on any of this, Alexis Baxley and Taylor Lassiter are your contacts. For the Brunch and Learn webinars, again, these are monthly webinars, and we provide a wide variety of subjects that pertain to your districts. And some of the ones in the past have been Title IX check-in, social media usage for board members, superintendent evaluation, school board elections, business manager evaluations, and so forth. So if you have any questions or need help accessing things, Taylor Lassiter is your contact. And number 8, we publish a monthly bulletin. And the bulletin is the official newsletter for NDSBA. And you can watch a bulletin for association updates on events, upcoming district reporting deadlines, our legal spotlight with timely legal guidance for district topics, and other reminders. At the present time, the bulletin is mailed out and is available on our website under quick clicks on the lower right side in the red. There's the link to it. One thing we want to make you aware of is that mail service for the bulletin may soon not be an option. That's why we need the most current emails your board members use, not just have available. Many of you have board member emails on your website for the district, but if they're not using that and looking at it, we want the email that they use so they are abreast of what's happening here. Not all board members access their school emails for NDSBA notifications. So please check with your board members on where they want the NDSBA bulletins and other notifications to land, and submit that email on your district information sheets. And if it's different from what you've already submitted, please submit any corrections to Taylor. She's our membership and marketing specialist here at NDSBA. And number 9, we have resources. The NDSBA website contains a resources tab at the top at that website, and it has all kinds of information and links. We have a glossary of terms. You can click on that and it'll tell you DPI stands Department of Public Instruction, so forth. It'll tell you everything from the basics to the more a challenge when it comes to abbreviations. We have our monthly bulletin archives. We also offer a bullet for service awards, and it contains not only the forms for it, but a spreadsheet to help you maintain it. And this is nothing we maintain. This is handed in to us by you, the business managers, to recognize your school board members. So on the next slide, we're going to talk about that a little bit. Service awards provide recognition to your board members' service at the local, state, and national level. Points are awarded for board positions held, training attended, and years of service. We have 2 different awards at this point. We have a veteran board member award that requires 100 points. A master board award requires 200 points. And we award these at our annual convention in October. The date to submit them for this year is the 29th of September, so you still have a few days here. And Taylor Lassiter is your contact for any help or questions you might have on that. The next bullet under resources, school personnel documents, and these are all required. They're all about business managers. So school personnel documents, it gives the business manager job description, evaluation tools, evaluation board action, and business manager duties under North Dakota Century Code. And if any of you have been in my classes, you know there's more than 100 of them. It's worth a look. We have a YouTube channel. The NDSBA Brunch and Learn trainings are recorded live on YouTube, and the link to many NDSBA business manager classes and other training videos can be found here at that link. And Taylor, again, would be your contact to access information on available training videos. And the next bullet would be information for school boards. These resources include board member toolkits, the candidate form for becoming a school board member, board self-evaluation resources, school election handbooks. If you hadn't attended the school election classes and workshops we had last year, there's a $25 fee for a hard copy. There's information on parliamentary motions and guidelines, public meeting and record handbook. Lovely. I don't think there's ever enough information on that. Then we have a non-renewal resignation and discharge handbook. If you didn't attend the workshop that we have at our seminar, there would be a $125 charge for a non-attendee to get a hard copy. Negotiation Basics Handbook. If you don't go to the negotiation seminar, there's a $50 charge for a non-attendee. And then we have 3- and 5-year plan templates to help your district get through that required information. The next bullet deals with superintendent. We give you evaluation resources, evaluation and non-renewal deadlines. We give you a contract for the superintendent, as well as 360 feedback on superintendent growth process and a basic job description. The next bullet is for teachers. We have a contract delivery form. This form, we recommend giving teachers their contract in person. I know that's not always possible, but we'd love to have them sign the form that they receive their contract on thus and so date, and their signature to acknowledge that just protects the district. And here's where you can find that contract delivery form. We have teacher administrator evaluation, contract, and non-renewal deadlines information. And then there's also information on teacher licensure. It's a PowerPoint on multiple ways you can become a classroom teacher. The additional resources tab contains things on Youth Patriotic Society access, display of the 10 Commandments at school, all these Brunch and Learn webinars, there's a link for that, local government HR reference guides, North Dakota Century Code, the law of the land here in North Dakota Educational Directory, so you know who's where and at what district, and then our school calendar guidance. We also have information on administrator vacancies, the child support enforcement employer information, and how you have to report your employees to job service if they are newly hired or haven't worked at the district for more than 60 days. We have links to EduTech, Education Technology Services, Job Service North Dakota, the Rural Education Association, the National Rural Education Association, I should have said, the North Dakota Association of School Business Managers, the North Dakota Council of Educational Leaders, the North Dakota Department of Career and Technical Education. We also have links to North Dakota DPI, to the Education Standards and Practices Board, to the High School Activities Association, to the North Dakota Insurance Reserve Fund, to North Dakota Regional Education Associations, to the state government to find specific things that you're having trouble locating, links to the state legislature, and finally to North Dakota United, which is formerly the North Dakota Education Association. So we're down to the end of our presentation here, but I have a question for you. What else can NDSBA provide to assist business managers? If you have any ideas on what you'd like to see on our website or what you need help with, give us a call. And the next question is, what would make our website more user-friendly? We really want this for you as district staff to be able to access things easily and find things. So if you have suggestions for that, you can contact us between 8:30 and 5 Central Time, Monday through Friday, at our website or through the phones or fax. We're here to help you. And with that, if there are any questions, I'd be happy to help. The question is, what do we report to job service after how many days? I missed that. Generally, they give us 10 days from the date they mail the information to our office. So when we get things, the timeline is already clicked down. So Julie or I, depending on who is helping at the time, will notify you we've got questions or we have things that North Dakota Job Service needs, and we need it by this date by noon, so you can email it back to us or fax it back to us, and we can get it to Job Service. We usually give ourselves about a day buffer so we can get it back to Job Service, but we're hoping that you will respond immediately and get it back to us so we can get it to them. We keep copies of everything, and then from there, if anything transpires from there, you'll either get yay or nay from Job Service. Yes, you qualify, or yes, you're in the base period, or whatever, and go from there. So I hope that answered your question. What is the annual fee for unemployment group account? How successfully have you been getting claims denied? Well, Christine, the annual fee is based on what we talked about earlier about your calendar year, actual payrolls and so forth. That's why when we ask for your unemployment reports for the month, we also ask for a list of your employees and what they were paid during that quarter. So that varies from district to district. And as far as getting these claims denied, we can only help you get them denied if you're honest with us. Again, if you say it's insubordination, that can be anything from being in the bathroom too long to never showing up for work. That's why it's really, really, really important that you let us know exactly why things went downhill. And that might require a letter that was in the file from the administrator talking to them, or how, you know, the more information they have, the better. I will tell you, those claims that were filed during the COVID area, we had many, many, many claims. Some were flat out fraudulent, sent from somewhere other than the district and other than us to Job Service. Otherwise, there were people who were filing for unemployment that should not get unemployment by law. And if they did get it by mistake, the districts are now asking those people to repay it. And I think Job Services is doing a great job on that. Did that answer your question, Christina? Good. Okay, any other questions? If we have no other questions, I'm going to sign off. And again, my phone number here is 701-255-4127 or 800-932-8791. Or you can contact me at patty.verdow@ndsba.org. I really appreciate your attention, and remember, we're here to help. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all for joining us this morning, and huge thank you to Patty for presenting to us. Please feel free to contact our office for further information. The recording and presentation will be available on the events page under the Brunch and Learn webinar series tab. All of the information Patty talked about today can be found to an extent on our website, but again, if you have questions, please contact our office. Our next Brunch and Learn is scheduled for November 16th, again at 9 a.m. CT with NDSBA's Amy DeCook. You can access more information about our Brunch and Learn webinar series on our website on the events page. Have a great rest of your day and week, everyone. Thank you.